Yo, thanks for coming to the first show. This first show is going to be dedicated strictly to the Browns. All the things they got right, they got a few things wrong, but the season's still going to be good and our future look real bright. Catch you after this.
Oh, it's a juicy beat. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show, cause you know I know. Keeping up with the flow of all sports. Who hitting in the ring, who balling on the field, who hitting them shots on the basketball court. Of course you know that I keep it updated from high school to pros. We see who gon' make it from 216 into 216. With a whole city screen, we finally made it. Yes, we are the best and it's true. I know what you heard and I know what it do. 10 toes down my sword where you pound real, recognize real, and I recognize you. So, we gon' keep it real with the facts. If you like that, grab a seat. You can sit back while I kick back with the winners. Keep it authentic. Give me 30 minutes, a couple shots, and a zigzag. This week, Myles Garrett is back. Fire in the woods, and how the Browns got it right. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome back. It's my first official show. Y'all might have seen me on stuff like In the Post or on Rob Coleman's show. We do it a little bit, do something about the Browns a little bit every week last year. But now I'm doing my own thing. I'm going to be bringing people on. I'm going to be bringing them on. But first, let's get started talking about the Browns. First thing we looking at is my man, Myles Garrett. A lot of people feeling down on Myles Garrett. I've been seeing a lot of negative press, and it seemed like he always defending himself. Even just recently, I just read where he talking about the team ain't gave up and all that. Ain't nobody worried about that. I mean, I'm not. Maybe you is. I see a competitive Browns team. I see a defense that's giving us opportunities to win the game. I see Myles Garrett playing even after you see what's in the back, the car wreck that happened about 3 weeks ago now. Myles Garrett that came here, then gave us all he can, then been an excellent productive member of the defensive line. I mean, we root for him every Sunday to get a sack, and he does. He caused fumbles. He caused disruption. I don't see what all the negative press about. For those of y'all saying he overrated, I don't really know what you're rating him with. I don't know who you comparing him to. I mean, it ain't few in the game is doing more than him. So I really don't understand y'all. But y'all just need to chill out because the boy Myles got it down. The defense, a little shaky, but actually pretty good. If you look at our games, you look at how the NFL is, it's mostly an offensive game now. It's mostly about the quarterback and the flying. You know what I'm saying? The receivers and the high-flying passes. So with Myles Garrett, I'm going to say, the contributions that he give us on defense has been helping us ever since 0-16. Y'all remember that season? Y'all remember we went 0-16. I'm just saying. He came in. He been one of the leading sack leaders every year since he been in. Right now, he got 5, 6 sacks on the season in 7 games. That's about 1 per game. We know he missed one in that Chargers game, was kind of bad. He didn't do too much far as stats concerned, but he was still disruptive, and we still had a chance to win that game. I want to say that the boy Myles Garrett is a true credit to our team, and I'm glad that he's here. For all of y'all talking about trade him or he overrated, I just don't feel y'all on that. I don't see what you're going to get back in the trade. What, another 20 years of searching for another Myles Garrett? What, you mad because he sped off or was speeding in a Porsche in his 20s? How many of us had a Porsche in our 20s? The very few and unfortunate, and I bet all of y'all pushed that boy past the speed limit. I know I would. I'm on the streets every day, and I'm driving my car, and you know what? Sometimes I go a little bit above the speed limit, but I see cars in 4-cylinder mode, flying past me, dipping through traffic, whipping, doing anything they can. 20-year-olds flying through the city. I'm looking at them like, dude, girl, like what y'all doing? You ain't got to move that fast. Just get up earlier for work. You know what I'm saying? But that's what young people do. See, I'm a little older now. You can see the gray in the beard. I know you see it. I take my time now. 1, I leave on time, so I ain't really got to rush to nowhere. 2, I don't want to tear my car up. Even though I could get another one, even though the insurance will cover it, whatever my case may be, I kind of like my car right now, so now I don't want to tear it up. So for y'all getting on Myles Garrett or thinking that he overrated, I see the Browns nations and the Browns backers and the different Facebook social media and the different chatter on social media, y'all need to quit. Y'all either ain't watching the game, y'all just drunk fans, or y'all not really fans at all. Y'all just look at it and say, oh, let's blame Myles. Let's blame Myles. Myles doing his job. Last time I checked, even in the last game, Myles gave us plenty of chances at the end of the game to win that game. He ain't the reason we lost. He in there doing what he's supposed to do. Not to mention, he was just in a car wreck. Bruh, I pinched my nerve about 3 weeks ago. I'm just recovering. Not even all the way fully. My hand right here, still feeling numb. You know what I'm saying? Left whole side of my body was shut down. I don't know what his injuries was, but I know he flipped over in a Porsche a couple times. And I know even though as big as he is, it's a car, bruh. It's a car accident. I'm glad he's safe and whoever he was with was safe. But y'all coming down on Myles a little bit too much. I'm going to stand up for him. I'm going to defend our defensive lineman on this one. So, with that being said, we're going to go on to the next segment. So, I'll be back after this. But
yo, did you catch that new bid on the box? True that. I'm up to snuff on all popular trends. Word.
If they don't want me dead, they want something. I keep it loaded just in case she breaks my heart, cause I'm dumping. Yeah, I do believe in karma and it's coming. As a youngin', I was slapped just for cussing. Not today, never played even with my play cousin. He can judge my face, grab the spray like who bugging. Only buzzing if it's silence and you hear the phone humming. Don't be nosy cause a whiff will get it running. I don't idolize ignorance just because I'm ignorant. I can just relate, separate the fake deliverance. No matter what I say, even after eating spearmints. Before that it was pussy, hence I'm hungry when I vent. I be cozy, how you been? It's always colder on the outside looking in. I keep the blinds open just so you can see my grin. The only invitation all depends how much you spend. I be cozy, how you been? It's always colder on the outside looking in. I keep the blinds open just so you can see my grin. The only invitation all depends how much you spend. Lock the door when you enter, can't let them see behind it. These bitches got too messy, got money on the vomit. What you need is in the kitchen, let me know if you can't find it. Same rule when you exit, just in case you need reminded. Gotta keep it oxy clean, keep it on the low like swimming.
welcome back, y'all. You see my shirt? It's all about love. And a lot of y'all don't love Joe Woods. I understand. I really do understand that. Joe Woods has not been showing us his best face. You know what I'm saying? This year been a little bit of a struggle. We seeing a lot of blown plays. We seeing a lot of times that we should have won games that maybe the defense getting blamed because they couldn't hold the lead that we had. Maybe they was in position and then all of a sudden they was out of position and we watching, you know what I'm saying, a 30-yard pass that should have been stops or should have never been able to get off. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to do with Joe Woods. Under the microscope, now, these is before last week. We actually played a pretty good defensive game against the Ravens, if you ask me. I don't think we should be calling for Joe Woods' job quite yet. I think he still get a little bit of time. You got to remember, we got a young defense. A lot of talented players, first, second-year players. I think our oldest player on the team, professionally playing for us wise, might be on the defensive end, might be Myles Garrett right now at 6 years, which, he's still kind of new. I mean, he's a vet now because how long do you get? I mean, defensive linemen get a little time, but defense in general, we got a lot of 1 and 2 year players. We don't even know what they're going to turn into yet. A lot of promise in them, but they just not making the plays. I mean, when you look at every game that we in defensively, we are competitive. They are holding teams down. We do have a chance to win. I don't blame our defense completely for the losses that we done took. It looked bad and it hurt, but I don't blame the defense for all of our losses. But let's take a look at Joe Woods and what he done. I got to say, Joe, when I first time I did these stats, because I was going to do this show about 3 weeks ago before I got my nerve damage I told you just told you about, we was ninth in defense. Since then, we become like 23rd. I haven't checked after this last week. We probably somewhere around there still in the 20s, I would say. Baltimore actually didn't get a lot of yards at all on us. We might have moved back up a little bit. We played a good game. Held Lamar down. We played a good game. So as we looking now, these were the losses up until last week because, of course, we just lost to Baltimore. But, 30-31, 20-23, 28-30. I mean, those all look like very winnable games. We lost to Baltimore 2023. Very winnable game. You might say that the defense could have did more, but they already held them to 30 points. So how much more is we asking? I mean, I'm not saying that we held them to 20 points, excuse me. Our offense do about 30 points, but we held them to 20 points. And in every game, except for the Patriots, we done pretty much been in there. Now, I mean, a lot of y'all would like to say that the defense gave up or the defense let down or the defense, Joe Woods calling out of plays. That's because we so abused as Browns fans. We are so used to losing that we want to look and blame everybody for the loss. We can't just blame Joe Woods and say that get him out of here. We need a new defensive coordinator. Give me an example of who you're going to bring in first. You know, we in such a constant revolving door of coordinators and talent and head coaches. We got to stop that. All right? So Joe Woods, no, we don't get rid of him. It ain't time for his job yet. He's been here 5 years, and our defense has gotten better. We also got a playoff win with Joe Woods as a defensive coordinator. Let's take a look at some of his other stats over here. Yeah, this was last week. You know, we was 23rd in total defense. I'm saying it don't look good when you look at these numbers. 23-17, 24 turnovers, 12th in receiving, 19th in passing, 23rd in rushing. I mean, again, teams is coming in here lightweight, having a way with us. Now, I will say, like I said before, when I first looked at this, first did it, this graphic right here, Joe Woods and our defense was ranked number 9. We had a game against the Chargers with Justin Herbert. Not a lot of defenses can stop him. And then we had that miserable game against the Patriots where Bill Belichick just kind of made us look silly. But, you know, anytime Bill Belichick come here, he put a little extra sting in the game plan. And honestly, I think that they just look like against that game, they just kind of looked out of sorts. You know, the whole team kind of looked like they didn't know what they could do. A lot of that is going to be in the next segment of what I'm going to talk about, the meat and potatoes of this here first episode I'm doing, strictly dedicated to the Browns. It's not all on the defense. The NFL has moved to an offensive league. The rules is based for the offense. The pay is you got to put more pay into the offense to get the kind of production you want. A lot of things going into the offense. A lot of defenses have problems. When you play average quarterbacks, which we played a lot of average quarterbacks so far, and we did good against them defensively. We held them. Our teams had a chance to win. That's what you got to ask for. In the 5 games that we done lost so far, we're gonna take one out. That New England Patriots game, it's a wash. We got smashed. But if we look at the other 4 losses we had, we was in the game or winning the game until the final seconds. So if the defense make a play, or as I'm going to get to next segment, the offense makes a play, we win those games. It's not like we here getting blown out. No teams have come in here other than the Patriots, and even they wasn't blowing us out. We just kind of look lackluster about the third quarter. We're in these games. We are competitive. I know the record don't look like it, but we are. And that's what you need. We need stability. We got to keep it because right now we got a lot of pieces that we can work into something to be better in the future. But we can't get to scrapping it and throwing people out and getting rid of people just simply because things don't always go your way. Plus, you got to remember, as I keep saying and keep going back, we got to get back to the offense, all right? When you're looking at, let me come back on screen. When you're looking at our defense out there on the field, do you feel like they playing bad? Or do you just not believe they can hold the other team when it's time to hold them so that we can get the win? Some of that is because, like I said before, the defensive youth. But a lot of that is not the defense's fault. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail right now. I'm going to get into it a little bit more in the next segment. But stop coming down on the defense. Stop coming down on Myles Garrett. Stop coming down on Joe Woods. And no, they don't need to be fired or traded and all that other stuff. You got to have some faith sometime in what you're doing. We got to stay the course. All right? I'm going to be right back after this. And
that new bit on the box? True that. I'm up to sizzle on all popular trends. Word.
If they don't want me dead, they want something. I keep it loaded just in case she breaks my heart, cause I'm dumping. Yeah, I do believe in karma and it's coming. As a youngin', I was slapped just for cussing. Not today, never played, even with my play cousin. He can judge my face, grab the spray like who buggin'. Only buzzing if it's silence and you hear the phone humming. Don't be nosy, cause a whiff will get it running. I don't idolize ignorance just because I'm ignorant. I can just relate, separate the fake deliverance. No matter what I say, even after eating spearmints. Before that it was pussy, hence I'm hungry when I vent. I be cozy, how you been? It's always colder on the outside looking in. I keep the blinds open just so you can see my grin. The only invitation all depends how much you spend. I be cozy, how you been? It's always colder on the outside looking in. I keep the blinds open just so you can see my grin. The only invitation all depends how much you spend. Lock the door when you enter, can't let them see behind it. These bitches got too messy, got money on the vomit. What you need is in the kitchen, let me know if you can't find it. Same rule when you exit, just in case you need reminded. Gotta keep it oxy clean, keep it on the low like swimming.
Here we go. I'm glad y'all back. I'm glad you stuck around. This is the real reason the Browns have been losing and the real reason why we're going to win. And whether you like it or not, these are the facts. You cannot win in the NFL without an elite quarterback. We've seen defenses lightweight be lackluster, but the quarterback play is great. So they've either gotten to the Super Bowl and have won the Super Bowl, some cases. Case in point, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, great quarterbacks back in the past day. I know they looking rough now, but they took teams with lesser defenses to Super Bowls and won. Because in today's NFL, it's all about the quarterback. Let's bring this up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Our past, our present, and our future as far as quarterbacks for the Cleveland Browns. We ain't had a good quarterback in the Cleveland Browns in a minute. Our best quarterback to date probably was Baker Mayfield. Honestly. Tim Couch, Baker Mayfield. I mean, you got a few others you could throw in maybe. Some people say Derek Anderson, even though the year that he took us to the playoffs, he didn't take us to the playoffs. He actually lost every game except for one. Tim Couch actually won the other 8 games when we got in at the wild card and then lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers with Derek Anderson at the helm. So, you know, put up some good numbers, but we didn't win with him for real. He wasn't an elite quarterback. Now we have that. But let's take a look at our past and our present quarterback situation. Let's take a look real quick so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is Baker Mayfield and Jacoby Brissett. These are the quarterbacks we had last and that we have now. Career-wise, we can tack on another loss on Jacoby Brissett over there, so he'll be 30 and 37 now as a starter. Baker Mayfield, 31 and 34. We know he ain't played in a couple weeks, and we know that Carolina, they looked good last week against Tampa Bay, but is that because Tampa Bay falling off? Did Carolina just get, even a broke clock right twice a day, right? Let's still get Baker Mayfield. Career-wise, 96 touchdowns, 60 interceptions, passer rating of 86.6 career-wise. All right? We look over here at Jacoby Brissett. 42 touchdowns, 22 interceptions, passer rating 82.4. Probably a little higher because I think his last game he was like a 106 against Baltimore. He actually had a decent game because they secondary is putrid. Anybody can go in there and throw for 250, 300 yards on them. But look at that passer rating, 82.4, 86.6. That's about an average quarterback in the NFL. 86.6, 82.4. We went to a playoff, won a game with an average quarterback, Baker Mayfield, because our team has talent and our coaching was on point. And he was just good enough to get us victories in clutch moments. Got us some losses too, and that's what we remember. But the truth is, Baker Mayfield got us a lot of victories and clutch moments, which is why we was able to go to the playoffs, and then we just destroyed the Pittsburgh Steelers and had a tough game against Baltimore. Jacoby Brissett, he doesn't have that. Jacoby Brissett is a game manager at best. He doesn't have any, in the last couple minutes of the game, don't expect him to make any plays that are going to blow the game open or shock you. That's what elite quarterbacks do. Great quarterbacks, not even good, great quarterbacks and elite quarterbacks give you that quality. Now, a lot of y'all don't like Deshaun, I know, or y'all got y'all feelings about Deshaun because of what he was accused of, although he was never proven guilty of anything. I'm not here to debate you or to take you either way as far as Deshaun go. That's not what this is about. I'm not trying to get you to understand anything about Deshaun Watson other than this. This Deshaun Watson. Last played in 2020, we all know that. Deshaun Watson's career record, 28-26. Not blowing you out the water, not stellar, but he is a winning quarterback. But these next three that you're looking at right there, 104 touchdowns to 36 interceptions with a passer rating career-wise so far, 104.5. All right, let's go back real quick. 88.6 was the best quarterback we had recently. That was the career passer rating. Right? 88.6. 104.5. That's a jump of 20 points. Look at the touchdown to interception ratio. 104 touchdowns to 36 interceptions. Now, a lot of y'all Cleveland Browns fans and doubters and haters is going to say, well, that's because he was with Houston. But wait, Houston wasn't no great team. Houston was okay, but they wasn't no great team. I mean, he had D-Hop for 1 year. He had a couple pieces, but they're not what he's about to walk into. Not at all. He got, right now, we have the best rushing game in the league. Our lack on offense is in the passing game because, once again, we've had average quarterbacks. Average quarterback play. Decent, but not good enough. Deshaun Watson is going to take our 25th passing ranked offense. Trust me, in December, by the time it's over, it's going to jump. It's going to jump. Patrick Mahomes' passer rating is 106 in his career. Justin Herbert's is 98.4 and Lamar Jackson's is 98.7. I chose these three quarterbacks because they're in the league of Deshaun Watson. They're in his time frame. These are the quarterbacks that we'll basically be playing against. We got to look at Josh Allen. There's a couple quarterbacks that we can look in there, throw in there. But those three, some of the big name quarterbacks that people say are the best besides Josh Allen. Last year, Deshaun Watson played, his quarterback rating for the year was 112.4. 112.4. All right? That's incredible. His lowest passer rating was a 98. That's what Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson basically average. Whatever you think about Deshaun Watson, put it to the side. He is a true elite quarterback. We have that now on the Browns. Deshaun Watson is going to make all of the plays that Jacoby Brissett and Baker Mayfield could not. Deshaun Watson has been an elite quarterback, top of his game since high school. His college career was stellar. His NFL, he led the league in passing yards before he sat out. He didn't sit out because of these allegations or what's going on with that. He sat out because he wanted to leave the Texans and he wasn't going to play for him no more. And that's when all this stuff started, and they wasn't really happy about that. He accused them of some racial bias, and it was going around, and they didn't appreciate that. We ended up getting him. Yes, we paid him $230 million guaranteed dollars. Basketball contract. We did it because, like it or not, Cleveland, we are Cleveland. We're not Miami. We're not LA. Hell, we ain't even Chicago. We're not a city that garners a bunch of attention. Nobody really grows up and says, I want to move to Cleveland. At least not in America, and especially not black people like myself. We are born here, or we may end up here because the job is good. But given a chance, most of us leave and go somewhere warm. That's just what we do. That's what we like. That's the nightlife we like. That's the city life we like. So yes, if you want talented players to come to Cleveland, you're going to pay a little bit extra, or you're going to have to get lucky and draft them. And I can tell you, in 20 years of drafting quarterbacks, we have not drafted an elite one yet. Funny thing is, Hugh Jackson, arguably the worst coach we ever had in history, actually wanted to draft Deshaun Watson. And the higher-ups at that time told him, nah, we'll go up somebody else, something else, I don't know. Which was probably a good thing, because truthfully, if Deshaun Watson came here at that time, he probably wouldn't have been able to develop and become the player he was, because as an organization, you know what it is. We was horrible. No structure. Nothing in place. No, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But now, we got a good head coach. We have some structure. We have stability. We have a team worthy of putting a quarterback on. When Deshaun Watson is teamed up with Nick Chubb, Amani Cooper, and Njoku when he come back, one of the best offensive lines in the league, something he's never really had. He might have had it once in Texans with the Texans. I don't think he did, though. What do you think is going to happen on our offense? Do you think that Deshaun Watson is going to get down in the 20 and not come away with a touchdown? That's not what he did when he played us. Do you think that Deshaun Watson is not going to be capable of throwing a 40 or 50-yard pass to Amani Cooper or Dante People-Jones or the receivers we're going to bring in next year? Because trust me, we're going to give them more weapons. Deshaun Watson is going to be a game changer for the Cleveland Browns, similar to what Donovan Mitchell is doing. Donovan Mitchell came here and in 3 games has showed you what he's capable of. He's going for 30 points a game. What do you think will happen when Darius Garland come back? They're going to be in contention. What do you think when Deshaun Watson comes back, what's going to happen? Deshaun Watson is going to take us from a basement bottom dwelling team to from a mid-average team at best to a true contender. The NFL is all about the quarterback. They've changed the game to make it all about the quarterback. And if you don't think that Deshaun Watson is going to change the game here, it's because you believe in the Cleveland curse. You believe that Cleveland can never have anything good. You don't want to see Cleveland have anything good. That's not our problem. The true fans, the real fans, know what's about to happen. We're behind what's about to happen. And I'm here for it. I hope you are too. Welcome, Deshaun. Come on in to Cleveland. You got about a month or so before you on the field. Hopefully the Browns can get a couple more wins and at least keep it plausible that we may have some playoff opportunities. If not, it's okay. It's okay. We ain't been to the playoffs all that much. We went once. We got a little taste of it. Got a little taste. But we about to get more than a taste when Deshaun hit that field. We about to get our feel. It's going to be like we sitting at a feast of playoffs and contention championship games and that so glorified, so coveted, so beautiful woman that always get away from us. The Super Bowl championship, that Lombardi trophy. I believe that we will be hosting it within the next 3 years. When they signed Deshaun Watson, when Andrew Berry and Stefanski made that move, it was never about 2022. It was about the next 4 years after it, which is why they signed him guaranteed 5 years. We knew the first year was going to be a wash. Hopefully we would be in contention by the time he got to play if he didn't get suspended for the whole year. It's not looking like what it's going to be, but the season not over. I'm not giving up. Don't give up. But even if it's not a playoff season for us, it will be for the next couple years coming up. And then we'll bring Deshaun back and we're going to load up and we're going to be in contention. I have no worries about it. I have no doubts about it. Personal issues aside or personal feelings aside of how you feel about Deshaun Watson, get behind the Browns and get behind this man when he stepped behind center. This will be the best quarterback we have ever had in our franchise. since they returned. He's going to be mentioned with the Browns the same way Otto Graham is mentioned. Jim Brown is mentioned with the Browns. He's going to be better than a Bernie Kosar. Blow him out the water. Guaranteed. Get ready. You in for a real treat, Cleveland. You ready for a real treat, fans. That's why I dedicated this first show to the Browns. So with that being said, we're going to take one more look just to remind y'all of what we had. Baker Mayfield, Jacoby Brissett. All right. Deshaun Watson. You see the difference. Unless you blind, you see the difference. Even Stevie Wonder can see the difference in what's going on. Marvin Gaye, in his grave right now, is singing to us. Pick a Marvin Gaye song. Any one in your head. They all great. Just like Deshaun going to be on the Browns. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. Come back to y'all with my close out just to let y'all know a few things about trades and everything else. The rumors that's going around and how I feel about them. But yeah. We got one, y'all.
On, watch your necklace. I need you to take that off. Once you undress to your liking, I need you lay on the table, on your back, face up.
That's going to wrap it up for this show. Before we go, though, let me let y'all know a couple things in the rumor mill. They are talking about trading Kareem Hunt. They are talking about trading Greedy Williams. Greedy Williams, yeah, I mean, we could trade him. I mean, we got enough corners. Our secondary, we got depth. We can always draft more cornerbacks. Don't trade Kareem Hunt. There is nothing that we're going to get for Kareem Hunt right now that's going to help us as much as Kareem Hunt on that football field, especially when Deshaun Watson hit the field. So, with that being said, I also been playing my boy Crispy. If y'all know any artists, send them to me. Give them a shout out on my shows. Also be looking for some little skits and some sketches. I'm going to holler at some people I know. I got a couple people in comedic community that I'll be spicing up the show with. But y'all can leave any comments or anything y'all want in the comments below. But I'll see y'all next time.
Oh, it's a juicy beat. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show, cause you know I know. Keeping up with the flow of all sports. Who hitting in the ring? Who balling on the field? Who hitting them shots on the basketball courts? Of course, you know that I keep it updated from high school to pros. We see who gon' make it from 216 into 216 with a whole city screen. We finally made it. Yes, we are the best and it's true. I know what you heard and I know what it do. 10 toes down my sword where you pound real, recognize real, and I recognize you. So, we gon' keep it real with the facts. If you like that, grab a seat. You can sit back while I kick back with the winners. Keep it authentic. Give me 30 minutes, a couple shots, and a zigzag. This week, Myles Garrett is back. Fire in the woods, and how the Browns got it right. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show.